Could your own pet be a powerful spiritual messenger, silently shaping your destiny in ways you'd never expect? From ancient scriptures to modern rumors, there's a hidden world of possibilities that goes far beyond having a playful companion or a cozy friend on your lap. Many believe that our dogs, cats, or any creature we care for can influence our souls, sharpen our awareness, and even warn us of dangers unseen. If you've ever felt a mysterious bond with your pet, like they understand you on a level no one else does, you're not alone. And what we're about to uncover might completely change how you see these mere animals. Long before the modern world even dreamed of keeping animals as pets, ancient civilizations revered them for mystical insights and spiritual support. The Bible is filled with references to creatures, lions, ravens, doves playing key roles in God's grand narrative. The most overlooked part. Many theologians still wrestle with the question of whether these living beings have souls. Some argue animals possess a unique, lesser form of consciousness. Others maintain they're central to divine creation, but lack what humans have. Yet, controversies haven't stopped people from noticing intriguing biblical passages that elevate animals beyond mere background characters. Take the verse describing the peaceable kingdom in Isaiah, where wild predators live in harmony with gentle lambs. It sounds poetic, but many see it as a real prophecy about the future of creation, pointing to a mysterious role animals could play in bridging the gap between our world and a perfect state of existence. These old texts spark countless discussions. Do these references hint at a hidden depth to our bond with pets? Could every purr or wagging tail be echoing an ancient spiritual truth we're still trying to grasp? Have you ever wondered if your pet seems to pick up on your mood before you've even said a word? Animals, some claim, are more spiritually attuned than we realize. Rumors abound in certain circles about pets alerting their owners to unexplainable presences, like a dog barking incessantly at an empty corner or a cat hissing at something no one else can see, though skeptics laugh at these anecdotes. Many families swear by them. One popular story features a cat circling its owner frantically the night before a tragic event, as if trying to send a silent alert. Some see these cases as pure coincidence, while others suspect a deeper, maybe even supernatural link. Could it be that these creatures are wired to detect spiritual shifts, energies, or dangers that remain invisible to us? Or are we simply reading too much into random behaviors? Still, the whispers of these accounts persist. And when the evidence stacks up, it's hard not to wonder if there's something more. But these curious tales are just scratching the surface. Real-life examples exist that baffle even the staunchest doubters. Picture this. A toddler wanders into the backyard dangerously close to a deep swimming pool. The family dog, usually easygoing and friendly, suddenly transforms into a frantic guardian, barking, running in circles, and finally grabbing the child's clothing to pull them back from the edge. The parents rush out, hearts racing, only to realize how close disaster had been. These accounts aren't limited to dogs. People talk about cats relentlessly meowing to alert them of gas leaks, or pet birds shrieking in ways they never had before a sudden fire broke out. Such examples aren't just feel-good internet stories. They continue to appear in local news or on social media, capturing hearts and sparking debates. Is it just animal instinct or something deeper that compels them? Some experts chalk it up to heightened senses, better smell, hearing, or even the animal picking up subtle environmental cues. But others see these moments as near miraculous, insisting there's a spiritual reason animals risk their own safety or become hyper-vigilant to save the ones they love. These heroics may sound heartwarming, but there's a darker side too. And for many, it's that unsettling flip side that reveals how neglecting animals can dangerously backfire. We often celebrate heroic animal stories, but what happens when people ignore or mistreat the very creatures they're meant to protect? According to some spiritual leaders, neglecting an animal's well-being can chip away at your compassion, a small but significant step toward hardening your heart. Over time, the callousness that begins with ignoring a defenseless creature can spill over into how we treat our neighbors, friends, or even strangers. Real-life examples offer chilling illustrations. Dogs abused or left in extreme isolation might lash out, developing aggression that nobody saw coming. Cats that endure long-term neglect often become skittish, ill, or withdrawn, reflecting the negativity around them. Experts say repeated harm toward animals can create an emotional echo chamber, filling a home with tension, resentment, and a lack of empathy. Could there be a spiritual dimension to this decline? Certain biblical passages suggest that caring for animals is part of a divine design. When we abandon this duty, we might be turning away from a piece of God's heart. And while that might sound dramatic, the cumulative damage both for the animal and for the people involved can be shocking. As chilling as these outcomes might be, modern-day controversies take this conversation to a whole new level. If you dive into today's chatter about pets and spirituality, you'll find no shortage of debates, speculations, and even conspiracies. Some individuals claim there are hidden texts or lost gospels, hinting that animals bear a spiritual significance beyond anything mainstream churches acknowledge. Others suggest certain religious sects go to extremes, either venerating animals to an unusual degree or insisting creatures lack all spiritual value. A few corners of the internet even argue that certain animals act as portals or spiritual conduits, able to attract positive or negative energies. While that might sound too far-fetched for some, these ideas spark heated discussions among believers and skeptics alike. Could a cat truly ward off evil influences? Is there a secret reason dogs are hailed as man's best friend beyond loyalty? At the heart of these controversies lies a fundamental question. How much do we truly understand about these beings who share our homes and daily lives? Regardless of where you stand, we can't overlook the stories from Scripture that might shed light on just how critical animals can be in our spiritual journeys. Centuries before any viral YouTube videos or trending hashtags, the Bible offered stories that highlight animals stepping into extraordinary roles. One of the most startling examples is Balaam's donkey, an ordinary creature, suddenly gifted with the ability to speak to warn its owner of imminent danger. Surreal? Absolutely. But for those who believe these accounts, it's a clear message that animals can serve as vessels of divine protection or guidance. Fast forward to the present day, and we see countless personal testimonies echoing that same theme. From dogs warning their families of intruders to cats knowing when a loved one is sick, these modern stories mirror the biblical accounts in uncanny ways. The parallels raise a provocative thought. Are animals still being used as protectors or messengers for a purpose beyond our comprehension? While some dismiss these ideas as myth or coincidence, others argue that the sheer volume of real-life accounts is too big to ignore. What might really change your perspective, however, are the experiences shared by spiritual leaders, skeptics, and experts who've witnessed firsthand how animals seem to transcend the ordinary. Spiritual leaders across denominations have admitted experiencing moments when animals appeared to act under a higher influence. One pastor recounted how his dog's unexplained barking spree made him check on his elderly neighbor just in time to find her in need of urgent help. Meanwhile, a self-proclaimed skeptic once mocked the idea of animals having any special insight, until his cat's insistent meowing led him to discover a dangerous gas leak in his home. Even scientists, while hesitant to declare a spiritual dimension, acknowledge that animals display behaviors we can't fully explain. Some propose that pets read micro-expressions, chemical changes in the air, or subtle body language to predict danger. Yet they also admit there are episodes that defy simple explanations, leaving them to shrug and say, we still have more questions than answers. These expert views, combined with deeply personal testimonies, spark a thrilling possibility. Maybe there's an entire hidden realm of animal-human interaction that transcends what we've documented. If so, what does that mean for each of us? And how we live alongside these beings? The mystery deepens when we consider what the future might hold both in our daily lives and in the spiritual sense of a promised harmonious kingdom. The Bible paints a breathtaking vision of a time where predators and prey dwell in perfect unity, a direct contrast to our often chaotic reality. If you've ever felt a peaceful bond with your pet, imagine that sense of harmony amplified across all creation. While many see these verses as purely symbolic, there's a growing number who believe this prophecy hints at a deeper truth, that the unconditional love and loyalty we experience with our pets are mere glimmers of a grand design, waiting to unfold. As technology and scientific research advance, we're uncovering more about animal intelligence, emotional range, and potential spiritual sensitivity. From the consistent heroism of service dogs to the mesmerizing intuition of therapy animals, each new discovery adds layers to the puzzle. Are they guiding us toward a collective awakening of empathy and compassion? Perhaps, in the not-so-distant future, what's considered mysterious or impossible about these creatures will become common knowledge, elevating our responsibility to care for them with deeper reverence. Every moment you share with your pet, every affectionate tail wag, every comforting purr might be a small piece of something much bigger than we ever realized. From ancient scriptural clues and real-life heroism to unsettling controversies and eye-opening rumors, it's clear our connection with animals is far from ordinary. By nurturing and respecting the lives entrusted to us, we embrace a slice of the compassion, empathy, and unity that countless spiritual traditions hold as sacred. Conversely, turning a blind eye to their well-being may close off not just our hearts, but also vital paths of spiritual growth. So, the next time you hear your dog's loyal bark or feel your cat's gentle nudge, consider this. Could it be heaven's subtle invitation to become more loving, more aware, and more alive to the wonders around us? Let this question linger. Share your stories in the comments if you've ever felt a magical moment with your pet. And if you found this perspective enlightening, spread the message by liking and subscribing. You never know whose life or beloved pet might be touched by these revelations. The spiritual consequences of how we treat animals may be far greater than we suspect. As you go forward, remember that each small act of kindness can spark powerful, lasting echoes in the grand tapestry of existence. Are you ready to discover what your pet has been trying to tell you all along?